Hello viewers, welcome back to my channel. I bet you didn't know that in some cities around the world, you're more likely to get mugged walking down the street than to find a decent cup of coffee? Okay, maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but seriously, some cities are straight up dangerous. Today, we're diving headfirst into the dark side of travel as we explore the 10 most dangerous cities you might want to seriously reconsider visiting in 2024. From rampant theft to organized crime, these cities have it all. Buckle up, because things are about to get real. First up, we're heading down to South America to Caracas, Venezuela. This city has been plagued by political and economic turmoil for years, leading to serious safety concerns. Sky-high murder rates, kidnappings, and armed robberies are common. Caracas is struggling. Crumbling infrastructure and rampant unemployment create a breeding ground for crime. If you must go, minimize your risk. Stick to safer areas, avoid being flashy, and don't wander at night. Check the latest travel advisories before booking. Next up, we're crossing the border into Mexico and heading to Tijuana. Now, Tijuana has a bit of a reputation. It's known for its wild nightlife, its proximity to the US, and unfortunately, its cartel activity. Drug trafficking, human trafficking, it's a dangerous world down there, and it's not something to be taken lightly. Millions of people live in Tijuana, and it's a vibrant place with a lot to offer. If you're set on experiencing Tijuana, stick to the tourist areas, don't flash your cash, and be very, very careful about who you trust. And whatever you do, don't go looking for trouble or get mixed up in anything illegal. Alright guys, we're moving on to a city that's sadly become synonymous with danger, San Pedro Sula in Honduras. This city has held the unfortunate title of murder capital of the world for years due to its shockingly high homicide rates. But things in San Pedro Sula are starting to change, for the better. The government has been cracking down on crime, and there's been a noticeable decrease in violence. If you find yourself in San Pedro Sula, be cautious, avoid risky areas, and connect with locals or reputable guides. Chapter 4. Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, Paradise Lost. Rio de Janeiro, the city of samba, sunshine, and, well, unfortunately, a whole lot of crime. Rio is a city of stark contrasts. On one hand, you've got stunning beaches, iconic landmarks, and a vibrant culture. On the other hand, you've got favelas controlled by gangs, rampant theft, and a level of violence that can be shocking, even for seasoned travelers. Stick to the tourist zones, be mindful of your surroundings, and avoid flashing expensive jewelry or electronics. But even then, you're not immune to petty crime, especially on the beaches. And here's the thing about Rio, the violence can be unpredictable. My advice? Weigh the risks and rewards carefully before you book that ticket to Rio. Chapter 5. Cape Town, South Africa. Beauty and the Beast. Our next stop takes us to Cape Town, South Africa, a city renowned for its stunning natural beauty, from Table Mountain to the Cape of Good Hope. But beneath this picturesque facade lies a darker reality. Cape Town has a serious crime problem, particularly when it comes to gang violence and property crime. Cape Town is a city of incredible spirit and resilience. If you're planning on visiting Cape Town, just be smart. Avoid walking alone at night, especially in deserted areas, and always trust your instincts. If something feels off, it probably is. Chapter 6. Acapulco, Mexico, from paradise to danger zone. Remember when Acapulco was vacation spot for Hollywood stars? Yeah, those days are long gone, my friends. Acapulco has fallen victim to drug cartel violence, and it's become one of the most dangerous cities in Mexico. We're talking shootouts in broad daylight, extortion, kidnappings, the kind of stuff that nightmares are made of. Even tourist areas can be affected. What was once a paradise is now a place where you're taking your life into your own hands just by stepping off the plane. Chapter 7. Let's jet over to Bogota, Colombia. Now, Bogota has been working hard to shed its dangerous reputation. It's gone through a major transformation in recent years, with improved security and a booming tourism industry. But, and this is a big but, it's still got a long way to go. Drug trafficking, petty theft, scams, these are still very real threats in Bogota. Do your research, be street smart, and you can have an amazing time. But let your guard down, and you might find yourself on the wrong side of a Bogota experience. Next, we're heading to Guatemala City, Guatemala, a city where beauty and brutality often collide. Guatemala City is a place of vibrant culture, stunning colonial architecture, and, oh yeah, one of the highest crime rates in Central America. We're talking gang violence, armed robberies, carjackings. It's a lot to process. Guatemala City has a lot to offer, but you need to be hyper-aware. Avoid walking alone at night, stick to well-lit and populated areas, and be extremely cautious when using ATMs. All right, folks, we're crossing back over to the US and heading to the Motor City Detroit, Michigan. Now, Detroit has had its fair share of struggles, from economic downturn to urban decay, and that's led to some serious safety concerns. We're talking high rates of violent crime, property crime, and gang activity, particularly in certain neighborhoods. If you're planning a visit to Detroit, just be smart. Do your research on the different neighborhoods, avoid areas known for high crime rates, and be aware of your surroundings, especially at night. And now, for the moment you've all been waiting for, the most dangerous city on our list. Drumroll, please. It's Ciudad Juarez, Mexico. This city, located just across the border from El Paso, Texas, has become synonymous with cartel violence and lawlessness. We're talking a level of brutality and disregard for human life that is truly horrifying. Kidnappings, executions, gun battles in the streets. It's a war zone, plain and simple. The cartels operate with little fear of consequences. The situation in Ciudad Juarez is a tragedy. My advice on this one is simple. Don't go. It's just not worth risking your life. So, there you have it. The 10 most dangerous cities you might want to avoid in 2024. Look, I know this wasn't the most uplifting video, but sometimes the truth isn't pretty. My goal here isn't to scare you off travel altogether, but to encourage you to be informed, be prepared, and make smart decisions. The world is an amazing place, full of incredible destinations waiting to be explored. Just remember, even in the most beautiful places, danger can lurk around every corner. Have you ever been to any of these cities? What was your experience like? Share your stories in the comments below. Stay safe out there, everyone.